Well, hello everybody in Chicago and there at DePaul, where I've been in the past, and we'll look forward to being again. You guys are doing important work, and this conference sounds incredibly important. Now, I confess I'm a Methodist myself, so far be it from me to presume to say anything at all about Catholicism, except that all us Methodists now want to join now that we've seen Pope Francis. We can't wait to read his encyclical. We're inspired by the very first moment when he took his Francis as his Pope name. It's been great to watch, and it's been great to watch on a larger scale the birth and spread of the religious environmental movement over the last 25 years. 25 years ago, there wasn't one. It was, in the liberal churches, environment was seen as something you got to after you did poverty and war, and in conservative churches, it was seen as a way station on the road to paganism, and none of that's true anymore. Now it's coming near the center of our religious consciousness. And since this has been one thing that on the side, at least I've always worked on, it makes me enormously happy to see that going. It makes me happy for kind of intellectual reasons, because there it is in the texts on which we depend. I wrote a book once on the book of Job from the Hebrew Bible, which is the first great piece of nature writing in the Western tradition, maybe the finest there ever was, that speech that God gives from the whirlwind at the end of Job. And it's been so much fun to watch the rise everywhere of groups like Interfaith Power and Light, or of the amazing work being done in the Jewish community and the Muslim community on these issues. I really get to see it because at 350.org we work in every country on earth except, sadly, North Korea. And that means that everywhere we're able to see this faith turned into action around these issues. And I think that really the leadership that's starting to come is so powerful. To hear the Patriarch of the Orthodox Church, leader of 400 million Eastern Christians, talk about the fact that this is the great question of our time, to hear Desmond Tutu, maybe along with Francis and Bartholomew, the greatest churchman on the planet, say that climate change is the human rights crisis of our time. The language now is all in the right place, and the task now is to make the actions match it. And let me just say that one important place for action to begin to match words is in this beautiful divestment campaign that Desmond Tutu helped inaugurate, and which is spreading everywhere. It's not just places like Stanford or whatever that have begun to divest. It's families like the Rockefeller family, first family of fossil fuel, announcing that it was immoral and unwise to continue investing in coal and oil and gas, and so they were shifting their efforts toward renewable energy. And at least we're seeing the beginnings of that response even within the church. One of the happiest moments for me last year came when the University of Dayton in Ohio, one of our biggest and most prestigious Catholic institutions, announced that it was divesting because it did not think that it could reconcile Catholic social teaching with its investments in companies whose business plans are running Genesis in reverse. This is beautiful to watch it starting to happen, and we hope very much that you will join everybody in every institution to move in this same direction, to make this kind of moral stance. I don't know whether we win this fight or not. The forces that we've set in motion are powerful and strong, and to watch the Arctic melt and the Antarctic start to melt and the ocean acidify, and to watch the spread of drought and flood, to see all around the world the most vulnerable people already being badly damaged by what's happening. It's hard. We may have waited too late to get started. Sometimes I kick myself for not figuring out much sooner that we needed a kind of big movement like the ones we've been trying to build this last few years at 350.org. But one of the virtues of being people of faith is I think we're allowed to hope that if we do everything we possibly can, the world may meet us halfway. It doesn't mean we get to just sit back and let God take care of things. It means that we have to do everything we can, and if we do, then at least we're allowed to hope, and hope is an important thing. And the work that you guys are doing is important, and I will look forward to seeing you on the streets, in jail, wherever it is that this work takes us in the years ahead. So thank you so, so much for all you do. God bless.